Good day, class. Today we are looking at groups under your introduction to sociology course. Now, before we dive into definitions, let me ask you a question. Have you ever belonged to a WhatsApp group, a church fellowship, a family meeting, or even a football supporters club? Yes. Okay, good. That is what we are studying today, groups. My name is Adefemi and I am your lecturer for today. Today we are on Module 3, Unit 2. At the end of this unit, you should be able to define group, why a group, and process of group development. Differentiate between informal and formal group, differentiate between primary and secondary group, differentiate between in-group and out-group. Finally, understand what is meant by group cohesiveness. So moving further, from the beginning of humanity, man has never lived in isolation. In fact, if you remember the story of creation, Adam was alone until Eve came, and that was the first group. From that point, groups keep growing, whether in families, villages, or organizations. But here is the problem. Once people come together, there will always be two things to manage: the task, the work or the goal the group want to achieve. Two, the process, how the group members interact and cooperate, or sometimes quarrel. So if we neglect the process, the group will collapse. But if we pay attention to it, the group can achieve more than what individual could do alone. That is why organizations, government, and even families rely heavily on group today. So moving further, what is the definition of a group? Now, not every gathering of people is a group. For instance, if you if we are all standing at Ojuelegba bus stop waiting for downfall, that is just a collection of individuals. But according to Edgar Schein in 1965, a group must have these three conditions: interaction, members must communicate and relate with one another. Number two, awareness, members knows each other and recognize themselves as part of us. Number three, common purpose, they are working towards the same goal. So if 10 of us form a study group in this class, for example, to prepare for an exam, that is a group, right? So why a group? Why do we form a group? Let's think practically. Why do we form a group? Number one, combining talent. In Nigeria during the NSAS protest in 2020, different people contributed: lawyers, musicians, social media influencers, medical volunteers. No one person could have achieved that level of impact alone. Number two, innovative solutions. In African traditional society, villages council meet to deliberate, right? The wisdom of elders is combined to solve problems. Number three, motivation. If you are part of a group, you are more likely to support decisions you helped to make. For example, in your church, when committee decide on a new project, the members happily support because they were carried along. Number four, training and empowerment. Japanese car factories allow workers to stop the production line if they notice a defect. Why? Because groups give people responsibility and train them to handle authority. So, in short, groups help us achieve more than we can as individuals. So, moving further, stages of group development. Groups don't just appear fully functional, they grow through four stages. The forming stage, when people first come together, they are polite but cautious. Example, when you join a new fellowship or workplace, you don't talk too much yet because you're still trying to adapt and study the environment. Number two, storming. Here, conflict and disagreement arise. For instance, in Nigerian political party, after primaries, members often quarrel and form factions, you know. Number three, norming. The group begins to set rules, cooperate, and respect each other's ideas. Example, Nollywood guys that once fought but later united to set standard. Nollywood guides that once fought but later united um, to set standard. Number four, performing. At this stage, the group is effective. Everyone contributes and support each other. For example, think about the African Union sometimes unite to send peacekeepers to conflict zone. So, if your group is still fighting, don't be discouraged. It may just be in the storming stage. Okay, moving further. Types of groups. We have formal versus informal groups. Now, formal groups created by organization to achieve official goals, e.g., the Nigerian Army Unit, a university senate, of your faculty student union. This is an example of a formal group. Informal group formed naturally by people to meet personal needs, e.g., office colleagues forming a contribution group, known as Ajo in Yoruba, or football fan creating their own WhatsApp group to share information about their team, their club, and so on and so forth. So, um, number two, we have primary versus secondary groups. Primary group is small, intimate, personal, e.g., your family, close friends, and village age group grade primary groups. Secondary groups is larger, less personal, e.g., trade union, political party, multinational corporation. Okay, number three, we have in-group versus out-group. In-group, we feeling group. Example, Nigerians supporting Super Eagles during AFCON or the World Cup, so is in-group. Out-group, the others. Example, when Nigeria plays Ghana, Nigeria sees themselves as in-group and Ghanaians as out-group. So that is it. And moving further, group cohesiveness. This simply means how strongly members stick together. Factors that build it include similar work and goals, physical closeness, common traits, like when Nigerians unite during foreign criticism. Yeah, we see that a lot. good leadership, small group size. When a group is too big or complex, it's difficult for them to have that cohesiveness. You know. So moving further, okay, let me just throw more light on that cohesiveness. Think of how Nigerians abroad unite quickly when facing discrimination. That is cohesiveness. We quickly work together. Moving further, group effectiveness. Two things matter. Did the group achieve its task? Are the members satisfied being part of the group? You know, an example of that, if a student group organizes a debate competition successfully but members felt used and unappreciated, then the group was not effective. An effective group balances result and satisfaction. Going further, moving further, team process. Now, a team is not just a group, it is a group where members' skills complement each other. In Nollywood film crew, we have script writers, actors, cameramen, editors, makeup artists. Each person has a different role, but together they produce a movie. An effective team must have trust and support, clear goals, cooperation, not blind agreement, but constructive um, disagreement. If disagreement is to come up, it should be a constructive one. They should have good leadership and right selection of members is also important for an effective team. So, in conclusion, um, groups are powerful tools in families, workplaces, churches, politics, and even protests. But for groups to work, we must pay attention not only to what they do, the task they do, but also how they do it, the process. Just like a football team, even if you have Messi, Ronaldo, and JJ Okocha in one squad, if they don't cooperate, the team will lose. So, for a group to be efficient and effective, they need to cooperate, have one purpose, one goal, you know. Now, key takeaway in this class is a group is more than a collection of people. It is people interacting, people aware of each other, and pursuing a common goal. And when groups are well managed, they can achieve much more than individual working alone. So let me throw this back to you, student. Think of one group you belong to, maybe family, church, work, or school. Which stage of development do you think your group is in right now? Forming, storming, norming, or performing? Well, you can share your response in the comment section. See you in our next class. Have a good day.